In this video, I'm going to show you how to make one of these star decorations. You could make any shape, but we'll be using the star template for this one. And this is the option for sewing. So it can be hand sewn or sewn on a machine if you have one. But if you're looking for the no sew option, that's in the next video. Okay, so what you want to do is get 2 pieces of fabric. You'll have your plain fabric for the back and your printed fabric for the front. And then you want to get your template and place it on the middle of that piece of the printed piece of fabric, and then trace around the shape with either a pencil or a fabric marker. And this is going to give you the line that you're going to sew along. Just go right around that shape. Okay, and then you're going to get your scissors and you're going to cut around, so the line that you've drawn is where you're going to sew. So on the finished one you can see that it's that line there. And so you just want to cut around the shape, leaving a border of sort of at least 1 centimetre. Now it doesn't need to be perfect because you'll have plenty of opportunity to neaten it up at the end, but just cut roughly 1 centimetre or so around the shape that you've just drawn. Okay, and then get your plain piece of fabric and place the shape you've just cut out on the top of that. And then you want to get a piece of your string to make the loop that it's going to hang on. So that's about 10 centimetres long. And just place that in between the 2 pieces of fabric, and you just want to be making sure you're going to sew over that. So you can just place that there. You can use pins or glue or anything you like to hold it there, or you can just place it there and then hold it with your hands while you sew. And if you want to add a bell, like on this one I've just added the bell down here, that's of course up to you, but if you want to place one, then also put your string through the bell and tie a knot, and then place that in between the 2 bits of fabric as well to make sure you're going to sew over that to keep it in place. And then once you've got that together, you're going to sew, either hand sew or machine sew, depending on your preference and what you have. You're going to follow this line and sew all around this edge. Then once you've done that, you'll end up with this. So this is one that I've done, and hopefully you can see that I've sewn around here. And this loop for hanging is now sewn in there, and this little bell is also sewn in there. So I've sewed over those while I was doing it. Okay, now you're going to get your pair of scissors and just cut that back piece of fabric so that it matches the front bit. So we're just going to carefully, and just be careful not to cut the loop you've sewn by accident. So we're just going to go around really at this stage you really don't need to worry about these edges being perfect, because we're going to fray them and you're going to use the scissors to neaten them up after you've done that anyway. So just get it done pretty well, but don't worry too much about being perfect. So now you've got both the front and the back done. And now what you're going to do is fray these edges right down to the line that you've sewn. And you can do that with your fingers, or you can use scissors or a needle to help you. And you're just going to fray those edges by pulling out the bits of fabric all the way around. And just keep going all the way around and on both sides until you've frayed it all the way down to this edge. And it will be quite messy and you'll have bits that stick up like this. So once you've completed all the fraying, you get your scissors and you'll just go around and neaten them all up until you get it to look like this one. And you can also use a comb and comb them all out like that. And then you'll see that you'll get some uneven edges. So then once you've combed it all out, you just get your scissors and give it a trim until you're happy with how it looks. And there we are.